Hello again, and man, this is an hilarious one. I have seen game journalists trying to say, oh, the most controversial game of all time. It was only controversial by the little loud minority that want to wish death to heterosexuals. Yeah, the homosexuals, like we are seeing in current day, they are the most insufferable and intolerant pieces of shit we have ever seen. Hey, they say we want to be respected, and then they go after other people that disagree with their insanity. And with Hogwarts Legacy, that's not fucking exception on it. So you have this headline from Doug Barclays, editorial. The gaming media still thinks Hogwarts Legacy needs saving from a boycott that never happened. Game urinalist. The gaming press just can't help himself. This week, Gay Rant published an article claiming Hogwarts Legacy 2 must follow its instructions to vote the same quote-unquote boycott that allegedly haunted the first game. No bullshit. We saw that these fuckers went after Pikami. Hey, everyone remember when Kenya used to be Pikami? That VTuber that got harassed to no end by these morons. And well, the company that she used to work with gave her the back. They betrayed her because oh, but look at the PR. So if you want to hear to those mob breeders, you deserve to go bankrupt. Just like what happened to that crime boss game that Kirsha used to actually praise when they turned against her. Yeah, you know that history tends to repeat itself when you are a fucking corpo and you're listed at mob breeders on social media that they don't consume your stuff. But well, continue on. So, it's a clean so absurd it borders on parody because Hogwarts Legacy sold over 34 million copies. Yes, it sold well because even despite to this day and age, there are a lot of Harry Potter fans out there. But I knew this game they were going to send some DEI stupidity. They did, not so fucking big, but they did, and yeah, they inserted a non-binary. So, and this is the hilarious part in all of this. So even with that game, they inserted that shit, and still they got attacked from the same side that they were trying to cover. So they were giving them a little piece that they should have never done, and still they got attacked. Isn't that the most ironic thing to see? Well, we have seen a lot of ironies with those fuckers because they always eat their own. But well, continue on. The myth of the boycott. The idea of Howard's legacy once somehow quote-unquote tainted by social media outrage and made the victim of progressive boycott is a convenient narrative for writers who oppose the game from the start. It allows them to rewrite history, to claim that if only fans had listened to them, things might have gone differently. So, well, it sold well because people say, I want to play a good Howard's Legacy game. Oh, well, Howard's Legacy, a Harry Potter game. But yeah, they call it like Hogwarts Legacy because, well, you weren't going to play as Harry Potter, and yeah, they like I said, the studio was also against J.K. Rowling, but they were working on the IP, and just because they dare to touch the IP, at the decision of the executives at Warner Brothers, these fuckers say, let's attack our own, let's eat our own. Oh man, like a fucking spider with their babies. But really doesn't bend that way. They suppose Howard Legacy Boycott never left. Twitter. There were hashtags, angry posts, editorials, and curated leaks being used to harass streamers who dare to play it. But none of it touched the sales. Howard's Legacy dominated Twitch, topped the charts for months, and became Warner Bros. Games' most successful launch ever, which that revenue it got lost for the most part because the stupid shit that they made within the studios like Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. So imagine creating a fucking massive flop that wiped the revenue of this successful game. That and it's funny for me. It's fucking funny because this is the game that actually has broken a lot of revenue since the time when they used to make good Batman games and a lot of other good stuff. But they fuck it up when some way of capacity. But looks like they say we are going to make a new sequel. We are it's probably our last chance if you look at the record of Warner Brothers because Warner Discovery are thinking of selling Warner Bros. Studios when it comes to video games, like the gaming division. Continue on. If this was being quote unquote boycotted, looks like most studios would beg to beat the quote unquote Big Ten of the next one. So the media news try to rewrite the history. Since they can't deny the game's success, the press is trying to reframe it. Now the line goes something like this: Hogwarts Legacy may have sold millions, but still carries some kind of moral stain. What? Not only the developers can score away by doing exactly what Access Media critics want. So according to Gay Rand, Avalanche Software's inclusion of a Van character named Sirona Ryan, who was a biological male who identified as a female, I colored it, the people is good to that point that out, boiled down to quote-unquote performative representations that didn't go far enough. It's never enough for these morons, and they never consume video games. They never pay for it. They want others to pay for it. They want to live in a fucking aristocratical society. The author asked that J.K. Rowling personal beliefs can only be balanced by adding more gender-driven characters, perhaps even making one lead protagonist. You know, even there is someone wanted to continue giving money to Warner Brothers with Howard's Legacy sequel. At that point, yeah, Warner Brothers should stop catering to them, put male, female, and that's it. I don't fucking care what you produce. I'm not interested, but I know you're fans of that you still have with the first game, they're going to enjoy more and they're going to encourage others to buy more copies. Which even I have to say, I don't like Warner Brothers. I still think they should go bankrupt, but hey, if you give customers what you want and stop listening to two small breeders, at least I'm going to join seeing the salt from outside of Blue Sky, but continue on. According to Gayran, no, excuse me, we read that. Fucking scroll here. The problem with this logic, Gayran calls Rowling's beliefs, which stem from her experience as a survivor of assault, quote unquote harmful, and it says Avalanche cannot clean up Rowling's mess without expanding those gender focused roles. So yeah, you know, J.K. Rowling is a fucking deranged feminist, but it's the type of deranged feminist that hates the trueness. So that they call that a turf. So yeah, even there's going to say, please stop going after us, even if we want you want us, and we are going to put this shit, this DEI bullshit. Please stop harassing us. It's hilarious, it is, whatever. But there is not evidence that any lack of representation caused of the game anything. Avalanche allowed players to develop biological male or female characters and assign them the title of witch or wizard, independent of body type. And they also included the aforementioned Sirona Ryan character and made Hogwarts a full of rainbow of ethnic diversity that never existed in the films, featuring students from all walks of life. And that's why I say I don't like that people supported this game in the first place. Oh hey, they only because they say we're going to own the rainbow flag readers. They did, but you know you supported other rainbow flag readers. That's why I have seen all of this shit, but it's hilarious to me seeing the mainstream media, the game journalists trying to frame it. Oh, this is the most controversial game of all time. Ah man, yeah, this fucking legacy media cannot die faster. I want them to die faster. So that's what it is. It was nothing. At the end of the day, it was nothing. Yeah, Howard's Legacy had EI, but people say, oh, so the retards that they hate Jake and Rowling are ruining at this game, and everyone went to support it. And even some people said that the game was decent, but no, I'm not interested in Harry Potter games. It was never my niche, despite those games existing for quite a while in the past, at least in within the PS2 era and PC when the EA used to have the license. But this one pushing the I didn't care. This one say fuck this shit. I'm not going to support it. But well, other people ignored it just because they wanted to have provoke those authorities, the pedophile flag to have a mental breakdown. And they succeed. At least I'm going to give them that. That's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.